Welcome back to another episode of the Drop Back Podcast. I am Bradley, as always, joined by my co-host Zane. And if you missed last episode, go give that a listen if you haven't already. But how are you doing today, Zane?
And I'm doing great, all right? I'm a Patriots fan, as you'll know. We just hired Mike Vrabel. We're so back. I know I'm basically a Cowboys fan at this point because I'm just saying that every year. But
Yeah.
dude, it was a good season. I hate that it's coming to an end. We're in the playoffs now, and that's gonna be the topic for today. And I'm excited because the first set of games are over. They were good games. Well, not really, but especially that Steelers game, that was ugly, like
Okay.
kind of a
Okay.
blowout.
Yeah.
Um, but man, yeah, how you doing?
Other than the Steelers, I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired of the Steelers. It's the same thing we expect every year. And yeah, I mean, this was the first time that I turned off a game before the game was over. That's
Fake
how
fan.
much I'm over it.
Fake
No,
fan.
well, okay, it was like 4 minutes in, and the Ravens
Fake
had the
fan.
ball, and I just turned it off
4 minutes into
because,
the game, fake
or
fan.
no, 4 minutes left in the game. Sorry, because I was
Still
just
fake
like,
fan.
I was
Comeback
like,
is still possible.
dude, our offense played horrendous. We can talk about that game first. Actually, I would love to talk about that game first
Okay.
because I have a lot of thoughts
I'm sure
on
you
it.
do. I'm sure you do.
We should fire everyone in the staff. The Steelers should fire Arthur Smith. He's getting head coaching looks.
It's just crazy work.
Why?
Honestly.
I don't know. You tell me. Uh, if you look at the numbers and just watch Steelers games, why in the world would you ever hire him?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, he's cooked. He's washed. Don't re-sign him or anything. Um, and then it was just a bad performance overall, like on everything. Defense was poor, which was supposed to be our strong suit, and
Yeah, it was.
um, another reason why Terrell Austin should be fired. I mean, Terrell Austin should not have a job after this week, and nor should Arthur Smith. And Mike Tomlin, his press conference, end of year press conference, he said they asked him about like, oh, the media and fans are saying you should be fired or traded. He was like, well, I use this as adversity as like motivation. Mike Tomlin, you've been saying it this whole year and years before. So what are you using as motivation? You're just gonna keep the same guys, not gonna do anything big. Um, shoot, I'd trade Tyreek Hill for a first round pick at this point. We need weapons. We need a new
You need a
system.
quarterback before you need anything else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see here 28-14. I mean, I didn't expect to win this game. I had no
Blowouts
expectation.
across the board is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
AFC
there's only
games.
one game. Yeah, NFC too. There's only one game that's one score.
Yeah. Um,
You ready for to sign Sam Darnold this offseason?
oh, dude, if we sign Sam Darnold, he's cooked. Dude, him under pressure, his numbers dropped significantly.
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, 9 sacks is absolute insanity. And like, I wanted Cam Robinson, I think that's his name, the left tackle right now for them this offseason. And then I saw the game and I'm like, never mind. I don't want him. They can keep him. Anybody else can have him. I'll take somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, their offensive line isn't as bad as it showed during the Rams game. It was Sam
Yeah.
Darnold holding on to the ball too long,
Yeah, he was at fault for 4 sacks himself.
the Rams
So
just had a defensive great game.
masterclass. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, without the defense, the game is a 7 point flip, and then it's 20-16, and that's one score. So
yeah. Um,
crazy.
but before we talk about the Rams and Vikings,
Yeah.
uh, on to the Ravens. I do
Yeah,
think the Ravens are the real deal. They
I
did
do
not
too.
have Zay Flower in that game, and Lamar looks like the best quarterback in the league. It
Finally.
was
Oh my gosh, it took
incredible.
him so long. Guys, it took him all season. This has
Well,
been a
okay,
push.
okay. I think he's the best quarterback this season by far.
Yeah.
It's not even the numbers, or it's just watch a Ravens game and you'll be so surprised by everything he does.
There was
Like,
one play, I can't remember if it was this week or if it was a week prior. He had like 9 seconds in the pocket or something. Was that against y'all?
yeah, it was against us. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like
No.
2 minutes. It was like a minute left in the first half, and
Yeah.
could not get any pressure on him. And then,
He just went do 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 like throughout the line and just chucked it.
yeah,
And I was like, oh okay, wow.
yeah, and I mean their defense played good. I mean, it's not hard to play good defense against the Steelers.
True.
Cover up George Pickens and Calvin Austin, and
Game
put
over.
put a little bit of pressure on Russell Wilson, and it's over. Um,
Plus, y'all's run game. Did it even get going?
no,
No. No.
no,
Oh. 6 carries. Wow. That's on
but
Arthur Smith.
but no.
That needed to be a lot heavier on the run.
The thing is, Arthur Smith changed it up finally in this game. Our first our first drive, we went in formations. We went back to back on shotgun formation, which is like not us at all.
Why'd you wait
Um,
till now?
yeah, it only took us 5 losses, but hey, why not now? Um, but the Ravens just were
It was
phenomenal.
domination.
Yeah,
Like that's what happened in the AFC. Every single game, it was pure domination of the defense.
yeah. You have any thoughts on this game?
I watched the first half. I'm gonna be real, and then I turned it off because I knew it was over. But then texted you when I saw the game was over and said I forgot what I said. Something about MVP Lamar, but
Yeah.
Lamar looked special. They're not even gonna have Zay this next week either, apparently. So I'm curious how that's gonna go.
I mean, this next week is whoever wins this game, whoever has the better performance, give the MVP to them.
No, because you can't use the playoffs. They're not supposed to.
No, I know, but like at this point, it's so close. Let them decide it. I know. Lamar and Josh can't play defense. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
But
But
if it's
who?
if it's like 32-35, then defense allows something, then
But I mean, it's a chance to bring your team to an AFC championship.
true.
And
Look, whatever team does this, I think is probably the Super Bowl team, unless there's an injury. Please just beat the Chiefs.
I
Oh
mean, the
my gosh,
Chiefs are still
Texans,
in
can
it.
you beat the Chiefs?
No, they cannot. No,
Please,
no,
Texans, just get to
they
Mahomes.
they will not, dude.
Do what you did to Justin Herbert, please.
Dude, let's actually move on to that game.
Yes, I know you had a lot of thoughts the day after because we were messing with you about how much of a bum Justin Herbert is. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's not a bum.
It
He just
was
had
a
a bad
rough
game.
day for Justin Herbert. This is his worst game ever. Just very unlike Justin Herbert. Um, but
Yeah.
I honestly thought whoever would win the run game. I
Hmm.
don't think I told you this, but whoever won the run game would win the game. But it
Accurate.
didn't really come down to running.
No, it didn't come down to running, but I mean the game, the run game for the Texans, you can tell dominated the run game for the
Yeah,
Chargers. Lad McConkey had a great game. I do want to say that. And the more every time I see his name now, I just get frustrated that the Patriots didn't draft him.
yeah. Lad McConkey cooked, dude. I mean, if I remember correctly, we were decently high on Lad, weren't we?
We were both decently high. I was stupid and put Polka head like a Patriots scout, but I had Lad at 7, Polk at 6.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
We
Lad
both
is.
had Lad. We both had Lad at 7 though.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a great game by the Texans, but it was just the Chargers hurt them. So it's like it was such a bad
It was a lot
performance
of
from the
turnovers.
Chargers. Yeah,
It was a
whenever.
lot of drop passes and turnovers, and like you can see like Will Disley allowed a pick six, so that's another 7 point flip. That's 19 to 25, like flip right there of score. So it just shows
Yeah,
how much.
his ball to who's the receiver? I think it was Chark. I think he threw it to the go route on the sideline where Singletary caught it his second intercept. his first interception.
Was it like where it was underthrown a little bit and he came up and got it?
Yeah, I don't.
That was
That
Quentin
was.
Johnson.
Oh, it was okay.
That was dumb because if you look at the other side of the field, Lad McConkey was coming wide open. So if he had either looked on the other side and just passed it off that way, he would have been open, or he was supposed to technically just check it down to the little check route right there, like right at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean
So that was just a bad call.
that wasn't a great throw, but it wasn't purely all of Justin Herbert's fault there.
It, eh,
Because it was a good ball. He just did not see Derek Singleton back there. That's just what it comes down to
yeah,
there.
Singletary was basically invisible.
Yeah. And then his receivers, they need to get a receiver. Go get Tyreek Hill. Go get
Oh my
because
gosh, please get Tyreek Hill. I want to see that so bad. In the Tua debate right now. Forever. That would end it forever.
oh dude, that two debate's not even real anymore.
I
I
know.
hope it's not. If
I
it
don't know.
is, I
I
haven't
still
seen
know
it
some
in a
Dolphins
while.
fans who believe
Oh,
otherwise.
I fear I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Oh no. Um,
I will say, I think this Texans team just played an overall dominating like level of performance. They need somebody else to step up at wide receiver right now for them to like have a chance for the rest of the playoffs. But they look dominant, and that's all they can ask for.
yeah. Yeah. Um, I,
Hopefully, their offensive line can block this next week too.
I mean, I, Steve Spagnuolo, will send pressure
Oh, it'll be
like no
coverage
other.
heroes, all out
So
blitz. Just
if you put pressure on CJ Stroud, I fear it might be over for the Texans.
you need to have a lot of check down routes against the Chiefs this next week.
Play like
Like a
12 or
lot of
13
short routes.
personnel. Throw in
Yeah.
all your big guys there.
I'd definitely be having Mixon block if he's not running the ball.
I think Damian Pierce is a better blocker, so I'd have him.
Okay, then yeah. Have Pearson.
Okay, I understand why you signed Joe Mixon. I understand he is a better running back than Damian Pierce, but Damian Pierce is fierce. That rhymed. Shout out. But Damian Pierce is a good running back, dude.
He is a good
I,
running back, and I was so disappointed because I thought he was like going to be the next breakout, like amazing guy. And then he pulled a James Robinson and disappeared for a full season, and then came back this year.
yeah, I mean,
Well, James Robinson never came back, but yeah, I miss
he
James
just.
Robinson.
I mean, he was on a crappy team. He's like Davis
Mhm.
Mills. Davis Mills and Damian Pierce, you should never get rid of ever, because those are the two guys that stuck with you through that
True.
horrendous and Lermy Tunsil too. So
Yeah,
keep all
they're
three of
guys
those
you
guys.
definitely got to keep around.
Just because you how bad that Texans team was.
It was. And they're good players too. Oh, I don't know about Davis Mills. I saw a thing comparing Davis Mills' rookie season to Drake May's and said, "See, they're basically the same player." And I wanted to scream.
Bro did not watch the Texans at all.
It
Um,
made me so mad. Going on to the third game, which was the Bills Broncos. The Broncos just don't have a wide receiver. Like it was so. Did you watch this game?
yeah, yeah.
Dog, this game made me so mad. All of his incompletions, I kid you not, were drops. All of them. I think maybe except one. And that's what's so sad about it.
Yeah, whenever I saw that touchdown on like the third play of the game, or it
Yeah.
might have been second,
I thought
um,
we were in for a game, dog. I thought
I
we were
thought, okay, the Broncos came to play. Sean Payton isn't messing around.
and
He's
then
ready to
nothing.
play. And then it just went downhill.
Yeah, and then no run game again. Seriously, y'all gotta draft a running back. That's besides getting a pass catcher, running back, and then also a tight end. So like that should be their first three picks of what they do starting in the offseason is getting a pass catcher, getting a tight end, and then getting a running back.
Yeah,
Whether
dude,
it be free agency or draft.
losing Noah Font's a good tight end.
He is a
So
solid tight end. Shouldn't have traded him. Shouldn't have had him in the Russell Wilson trade. Biggest overpay I've seen.
yes. Um,
I will say Allen had a good game too. He didn't make any mistakes. He just had a good game. He's making throws he needed to.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a all out Bills performance. I
Ty
don't think.
Johnson was out of bounds though. I his foot touched out of bounds
Oh, are you talking about that touchdown by?
to
Yeah, at the
Allen
back.
from
Yeah.
Allen to yeah that his foot touched out of bounds. There's no way.
All right, let's take seven away. Oh no,
Yeah. Oh
that
no,
would
24.
that would have changed the game. That would have
It would
changed.
have. It would have because that was fourth down.
It was, yeah.
Broncos go down and score. Boom, 7 point flip.
That's what I like to see. I like to see these teams go for it on fourth down a lot more. These
Who
teams
did
are
it?
not
Oh,
scared.
it was Sean Payton. He had the balls to have his punter throw. I was like, I saw that and they were on their own side. I was like, yes,
Yeah, dude.
completed everything. I was ready for him to drop it. I was so ready for a drop.
Hey, if Sean Payton's not scared to do an onside kick at halftime, after halftime in the Super Bowl, I don't think he's scared of the wild card.
You right. You right.
So, yeah, I mean, Bills look like a dangerous team, even with not that many weapons. And yeah,
Ah,
I mean,
okay. Hold on. Bills have weapons. I that needs to be put to rest.
dude,
This
I mean,
Broncos team is known for having a dominant defense, and look here. I mean, like across the board, outside of the two guys who were supposed to be their weapons, didn't do anything because they're getting shadowed by Sertan. Um, but Samuel, Shakir, Kincaid all stepped up. They're all Kincaid is a first round tight end. Coleman, first round, no, I guess last or first pick of the second round wide receiver. Amari Cooper, amazing wide receiver for his whole career. And then you got Curtis Samuel, who just I don't know.
but they don't have a true number one over there, and
Right
that's my
now
big
they
thing.
could.
That's my big thing. You always need a number one if you want to win a Super Bowl,
True.
and unless your quarterback turns into Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Dog, I
I
want them
know,
to lose so
I know,
bad.
I'm sounding like Collins. What's his name? Collins Cowsworth or whatever.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I'm sounding like him. But if you don't have a quarterback that does not turn into Patrick Mahomes, then you're not winning the Super Bowl. If you have no number one.
I just noticed that. The Bills are 8-0 at home this year.
Yeah, and they're at home next week because
Yeah.
Josh Allen carried them to a better record than Lamar did.
Okay. You've given
Um,
up on that one. Stop the debate.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard not to give it to Lamar, but
Yeah. Rams Vikings. Dog, I told you I didn't turn this game on. I was watching Star Wars with my girlfriend over this game, and it looked to be the right decision from what I was told.
yeah. So
Nine sacks. That's like that's all. That's more rushing yards than Aaron Jones. Like that's insane.
yeah, I watched this game, um,
Hmm.
and so their first drive, Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay absolutely cooked. You know, Brian Flores did what he usually does, zone blitz. They were just throwing easy comeback routes, little stop routes. Boom, would throw it right in the soft zone, and they
Or
found the
he
soft
could
zone
run some
every
plays.
single
Yeah.
time.
Yep, that's Stafford. That's literally I think that's Stafford's bread and butter.
It is like Matthew Stafford is still a top five quarterback in this league.
I wouldn't say top five, but he's definitely
Who would
top
you put
10.
above him though?
Allen, Lamar, Mahomes. Let's see. I'm blanking right now on
Burrow.
quarterbacks, if I'm being honest.
I'd put
Burrow.
Burrow above him, but Herbert
Okay.
I would put
Uh,
behind him.
yeah,
Um, Jordan Love behind, Hurts
definitely.
behind.
Definitely Jordan Love behind.
I don't know, I have a lot of thoughts on both of those quarterbacks.
Jordan Love was playing hurt, but let's deal with this game first.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold lost himself a bigger contract than he's going to get now. He's still going to get a good contract, but he's not going to get what was expected. The Vikings are officially going to go to JJ McCarthy next year, which I'm so happy about. And then, yeah, Stafford's just still looks like Stafford. Healthy Stafford's still a different monster. Cup was kind of quiet, but they didn't really need him. They didn't. They
Dude,
didn't really need to do much in this game to win. So.
I mean, Tyler Higbee, he went down in the second quarter first, early
Mhm.
second or first, and he he's the highest uh, yards receiver. So
Yeah, I'm glad Higby's like. Is he okay? Like, let's see.
it was
Maybe
a chest injury. So I don't.
chest injury.
Yeah,
And is expected to play Sunday versus the Eagles.
I think
He,
this Rams team has a chance to
sneaky.
make it to the Super Bowl.
I
This
could see it. I really, actually, I could definitely see that this year with how beat up the NFC is. I just hope they're not playing the Chiefs. If they're playing anybody else, it's gonna be. I'm gonna love it. But
dude,
if they're playing the Chiefs, I'm gonna be sad.
everyone gave up on this Rams team, including us. We were like, all right, rebuild,
Yeah, rebuild
get
time.
Matthew Stafford dealing with some injuries. All right, maybe move on from him.
Yeah.
Cup hasn't been the same since 2020,
He also that is still true. He's not been the same since 2021
and
or
you
2022.
lost Aaron Donald. So it's like, okay, you got some young guys. It doesn't matter.
No, I
These
want their
these young
GM.
guys
They
are
they can
playing
draft
like uh like they're 4-year guys. Like
like 4 year
Jared
vet. Yeah.
Verse, Brandon Fisk, all these
Hmm.
guys. Witherspoon, shout out to Witherspoon because he had a great game in this game.
He did. He's had a
Um,
great year.
it was just a phenomenal performance, and I'm cheering for the Rams to win the Super Bowl this year. So,
I'll cheer for him over the Eagles for sure.
oh yeah, the Eagles are cooked. The Eagles are cooked, confirmed.
Next game. This was my favorite game. This was the game I enjoyed. I stayed up for this game, accepting that I might not make it to work on time in the morning. I did, but I was fully ready not to. Um, Jaden Daniels is definitely the real deal. Um, he looked phenomenal in this game. What's going to kill the Commanders now is if they have a run game or not, like going forward, because they didn't need it in this one because their passing game did so well. But yeah, even Baker, like Baker didn't even have a bad game. This game was not on him, like pretty much at all.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
I mean that fumble there at the end was bad. He had a couple bad passes that his receivers made up for.
true, true.
But
But
I mean,
overall, he's had the best quarterback season by a Bucks guy since Brady left. So
yeah, I mean, with the thing with Baker for me is like he's just been the same for the past like 4 years, really. Like ever since he came to Tampa Bay, it's
okay,
like
that
he's
hasn't been
not.
4 years though.
Or sorry, whatever. How many years? Oh yeah, 4 years ago when
Was
your heart was
Brady
broken. Yeah,
um
um,
like 2 years ago?
yeah, but he's just been the same player, which I'm not like. Hey, not that I still think Baker is a good quarterback, but he's not really expanding his the team. I don't think he can lead a team to a Super Bowl.
Fair. I
Um,
can I can understand that. I mean, like he needed to obviously do a little more. I'm just trying to look. I'm like, where did they go wrong? They didn't use Rashad White at all, which I'm kind of wondering
I mean, it
why.
was a close game until they fumbled. Their defense.
Yeah,
I mean, it was against Jaden Daniels. He's like Lamar, so it doesn't matter how much pressure you send his way; he'll get out of
true.
it. And they didn't necessarily run the ball at all because why should you? Because I
Yeah,
mean,
you didn't need to really, did you?
you
Trying
have
to see.
Jaden Daniels. You can run option. Austin Eckler and Robinson. They've both been pretty good this year
Yeah,
as back-to-back guys. So I I think this team is a dangerous team. Like
they will definitely be dangerous. I'm curious to see how they're going to play against the Lions. I
I'm
actually think this is
interested
a good game.
to see if Jaden hits that slump. because now he's playing a really good team. Because the Bucks, they weren't
True.
really that
They were
good.
good, but like they're missing stuff for sure.
Yeah, they're just like there because they had to win their last game of the year. So it was like, eh, whatever. But now you're playing a real team, so I'm interested to see.
Jaden is definitely one rookie of the year by far, though, easily
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Do we want to talk at all about the kick at the end?
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. I
Bro
thought we were
was
about to
fixing
see
his
the
hair for a
Bears.
solid minute and then double doink or
I
doink
thought,
it in.
yeah, I thought we were gonna see another Bears performance there. I was like, uh oh. Um, but yeah, I mean, Commanders are a dangerous team still. I mean,
Yeah,
these wild cards, the NFC is a better conference than the AFC.
right now for sure. I feel like there was just so many more injuries to the AFC this year
Yeah,
than there was NFC. It felt like injuries kind of riddled the AFC. All the top quarterbacks are in the AFC though. Like the top four are at
yeah,
least.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Only three of
Um,
them are in the playoffs this year, which sucks.
oh
Last game
no,
though,
don't even start talking about the Bengals.
I'm not. I stopped. That's why I moved.
He stopped himself.
I stopped myself. The Eagles didn't even have to do anything special in this game to win. The Packers just beat themselves up the entire game. Like Jordan Love's three interceptions, bro looked like prime Kenny Pickett out there.
Yeah, I mean, by halftime, it felt like the game was
Over.
27-0.
Yeah.
Like the Packers could not get nothing done, and it looked like they didn't even want to be there. Like
Mm-mm. They
they
looked
just got
hurt.
the invite, and they were like, "All right, yeah, I guess I'll show up."
Yeah. And
Bro,
like they did lose all their receivers at halftime. They were down to Wicks as their wide receiver one at
yeah,
half. So that does kind of hurt them. They were just a hurt team this year, I think is what
yeah.
ended up
I mean,
transpiring.
and they got zero pressure on Jalen Hurts. Zero. I've been saying this.
I mean, they got two
Edge
sacks, but
rushers,
overall,
edge rushers. They have zero edge rushers. They need edge rushers this
which is
offseason.
crazy because they draft one every year.
I know. Trade for TJ Watt. Trade for Miles Garrett. One of those two guys will be on a different team in the
Trade
next
for Max
3 years.
Crosby, dog.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh wow! That'd be beautiful. Um, but people who are saying Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback, I said it going into the season. He's a fraud. I don't think he's that
He's
good.
I haven't seen it.
Um,
He is coming off his injury, but like just
dude, I
haven't seen
mean,
it.
in big games, he just doesn't perform. I mean, yeah, the Super Bowl, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Who cares? Um, yeah, it was just a bad performance by both quarterbacks.
yeah.
This was the toilet bowl here.
This is the toilet bowl of the games.
Yeah, of all the games, that was
Yeah,
the toilet bowl. It was closer than most games, but it was still a toilet bowl. Josh
yeah.
Jacobs looked like the only guy who wanted to be out there.
That's so true, dude. That's all it's been all year, though. He's been the only guy that does anything all year.
I mean, Jordan Love played really good at the end of the season, and
True.
then fell apart in the last like three. But
Yeah, because he got that injury and just started plummeting.
I mean, if I'm the Packers, I'm looking for a receiver, edge rusher. You got to trade away Jay Alexander.
Yeah,
Um,
Jair's got to go.
he's gone. So
So then you got to find a corner. So you have to find a corner, an edge rusher, and a wide receiver. I don't think wide receiver is an issue. I just think they need to get healthy. You have three guys that argue would be starting top two on most teams.
I mean, Christian Watson, I don't think is that good.
I think
He's
he's good when he's healthy, but he hasn't been
he
healthy, and
is
that's the
so
problem.
yeah. That's the better way of putting it because he is so injury prone. It's not even funny. He gets tackled, he's injured. He runs for a touchdown, he's injured. It's just
So
an
accurate. He's like
injury
the
every
injury
play.
prone Jameson Williams.
Yeah, he might have a breakout like Jamison Williams did, but I doubt
Only
it.
because you said that.
Um,
Yeah, no, those man, those games just sucked overall. Outside of that one, it sucked.
I mean,
Um, these next ones
yeah,
though, I think these next ones will be where we hit some good games.
yeah. We can do our predictions.
Yeah. Um, you want to go first? I already know
Yeah.
your answer.
Um, Chiefs Texans. I mean, Chiefs. All that you got to do is send pressure, like I already said,
Yeah.
and do what you've been doing on offense. Control the time of possession, and you'll win this game. Um, yeah, I mean, Chiefs win. I don't know if it'll be a blowout because Chiefs don't blow out
They can't
teams.
score more than 27 points. So
Yeah, so we'll see, but it's going to
20 to
be a
like
good game.
20 to like 16 or something. Watch.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I'm going to go Chiefs on that one. Um, I guess we'll flip and go to the. Nah, we'll just do the AFC. We'll finish out the AFC. Bills, Ravens. The Ravens have won the past few matchups. That's why I feel like the Bills are going to win this one. And it's just going to be because the Ravens are now without their wide receivers and everything else. So I think the Bills take it, unless Derrick Henry takes over this game, and then it's going to be the Ravens, which I could
yeah.
still see happening.
I mean, I would like to see Lamar win.
I want to see
That
Lamar
hurts
win
me
the
to
Super Bowl.
say. That hurts me to say, but like, I wouldn't hate it. Um, but I
I'd
mean,
hate to see the Ravens. I wouldn't hate to see Lamar and Derrick Henry.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the. I don't know. This is a true toss up. This
It is.
could,
That's why I'm like, I just feel like I'm going to go with the opposite because of the injuries and stuff. And the Bills didn't have Matthew Milano and stuff during week 4, so I feel like that can also change some things. But I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills just because I just want them to actually beat the Chiefs. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The narrative. I mean,
I want
the
them to make the
narrative for
Super
both
Bowl
of
and
them.
lose. That's what I want. I want the Bills to make it and lose because it would be so funny because they've done it already 4 times.
Yeah. I mean, the narrative for both quarterbacks here is they can't win in big games, like
True.
in big playoff games. So whoever wins this game will
Deal
win
with their
MVP.
narrative. No, because it's not going to matter for this game, dog.
No, I know.
The votes are in. The votes are decided. The votes were decided at the end of the season.
Oh, they were. Oh, is that how they
I'm
do
pretty
that?
sure.
I don't know
Yeah,
how they do the whole
the
voting.
same people who do that are also the same people who do the first team All Pro.
Uh,
And Lamar won first team All Pro, so they're probably going to give it to Lamar.
well, Lamar had a bad performance in week. What was it? Week one.
Oh yeah, didn't Josh Allen not complete over 10 passes? Okay.
Yeah, against the Texans.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I like it. I like it. I like us having a little bit of differentiation on this one.
The star
Because like
power over in
I thought
Baltimore.
I was gonna go Ravens and you were gonna go Bills, but we flipped it, which I like.
Yeah, I mean the star power in Baltimore is just bizarre over there. So
It's good. I think that'll be what helps them. I don't know. That game is such a toss up. Lions Commanders. Lions, I think will definitely win because of their offense.
yeah,
Um, the defense is hurt, which I hope they're back by the Super Bowl. But yeah,
yeah. If the Lions win this game and if the Eagles win next week, the Lions are in the Super Bowl.
100%.
Um,
I think no matter what happens, I think the Lions are in the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think the Rams would put up a better fight than the Eagles
I can see it. I can see with that
because the
defense. Yeah,
Eagles offense is just like you have Barkley, you
true.
have a okay quarterback, you have
He's still
Barkley
close to
and
top 10 though. I would
AJ
say Hurts
Brown.
is still close to top 10.
Yeah, he's close to top 10. He's better
He
than
might be at
like
like 9 for me right now.
Baker or a bunch of quarterbacks, but
He's the third best quarterback out of the NFC group right now.
I don't know. Do you trade him for Will Levis this offseason?
No,
I know. I just wanted to throw in a question like that for you.
I like it took me like, who were you asking? And I was like, absolutely not. No.
Yeah. Um,
I think the Eagles should trade AJ Brown to the Patriots to just get a full circle moment though. I mean,
that'd
you
be
don't
great.
need him anyway. He's just reading books on the sideline. Y'all don't need him.
Well, apparently he does that all the time,
Yeah,
but
I
the
know he does,
camera was there.
which is so
Um,
funny.
but yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Lions, and then I'll probably go
yeah,
Eagles just
Lions.
for the basic.
I'm going with the Rams. Rams,
Yeah,
they impressed me so much. This is the best performance of the year. So, but
I
yeah,
can definitely see that.
I don't really see a path for the Commanders.
I don't either. Like if they had played the Eagles, oh yeah, I would give it to them. But because they're playing the Lions, I don't see the path. Of course, we're gonna say this, and they're gonna somehow win, and Jaden's gonna be like
Yeah,
the first rookie quarterback to ever go to the Super Bowl or whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I see a path for the Eagles, but I don't see a path for the Commanders.
yeah.
Like,
I see a path for 3 out of the 4 teams right now. Which I mean, obviously, there's the path of, oh, they beat the Lions, but that's not gonna happen.
yeah, I mean, you have to stop their offense. You have to beat their defense,
Yeah.
and even though the Lions' defense is injured, it doesn't matter. They're still
Hmm.
playing a lights out football.
They are. Yeah.
Um, and Dan Campbell, he's gonna go balls to the wall.
Oh yeah,
He does
always. It's
not
Dan
care.
Campbell.
He does not care if it's the playoff, if it's a Super Bowl. He will fourth
He'll
and
play.
one at the 20 to decide the game.
He'll
He'll
go
go
for it.
for it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Lions.
Who's your early just winner? Who do you think wins? Not like matchup, just who do you think is going to win now, right now? You're going to say the Chiefs, but
Chiefs or Rams?
I'm going to go. Now I know I picked the Bills, but I'm going to say Ravens.
I don't think Lamar can do it.
I
I,
believe.
I just don't
He's
think.
Lamarvelous, dog. Come on now. I hated saying
Yeah,
it.
but but you have the glorious Mahomey on the other side.
Okay, but like
Like,
Mahomes isn't even like a top 10 quarterback this year. So,
but he's Mahomey in the playoffs.
okay, but like we haven't seen him this yet. So, I mean,
It's the glorious Mahomey. Look how I'm not gonna say.
look how similar everything is across the board.
Yeah, and this team is and one team is 15-2 and one is 10-7.
Well, because one just wins the close games because they have the best head coach.
In the league, you think?
I would definitely say
Sleeping on Mike Vrabel, dude.
you're right. My fault. My fault.
No
My
Patriots shade. No Patriots
no.
shade. Even though you've shaded my team.
I apologize.
I shade my team all the time, so
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm like you shade your team all the time.
I'm probably the biggest hater on my team, honestly.
You do. You're like a love hate relationship with your own team.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I told you this, but it's like a
Toxic
toxic
relationship.
relationship
Yeah, you told me that
where
one.
it's like the girlfriend beats you and you want to get out of the relationship, but you
But at
just
the same
can't
time,
because you love her so much because she'll do something so small. It's like she'll like I don't know, like buy you something. And it's like, oh, or like text you, like, have a great day. And it's like, oh,
yeah, she'll send the good morning text. And you're like, oh man, never mind. I guess we're
well,
fine.
yeah,
Maybe I think we're okay.
she is cool. And I do love her. But then it's like, oh, she just beat me last week. But we won against an easy team. Yeah.
That's exactly it. For
Yeah.
real. I remember I texted you, you ready to trade Mike Tomlin to the Bears? And you said yes. Like immediately you were like, yes.
Yeah. I was so quick to it. You should never ask me after games. Actually, I don't know. I'd still be down for that.
I would too. If I'm y'all, I mean,
Give us
what are you gonna
DJ
get?
Moore, first round pick.
You might get the first, but you're
I
not getting DJ.
dude, Dude, but you have to. DJ has had problems this year, though.
But you still need him for your young quarterback.
Okay, Caleb. No, I'm just joking. They won't trade Caleb.
I looked at
Um,
you like, are you serious?
that'd be hilarious if we traded for Caleb and it was Justin Fields and Caleb on the same roster.
Crazy.
Um,
I don't even know what y'all are gonna do this offseason, but
oh, I have no idea. Yep, could not tell you.
mm-mm.
Um,
Cooked.
I could talk about this.
It could be a
I'm
whole
not.
episode.
I might make a.
Maybe we do need to make a fixture franchise for them, which we are starting this week. We're starting with the Titans. We're gonna go 1 through 10, all the way back to just the teams. Obviously, we would have done Patriots with them first, but we decided to win, and we would have talked about a head coaching option, but they hired the head coach already, so no issues there.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna do 1 through 10. You got any more thoughts on playoffs or anything?
No. No.
No.
I think.
Wait. Oh, MVP. MVP.
Oh, MVP.
Yeah,
I mean,
we kind of touched on it, but
yeah, we talked about it. I mean, Lamar. I get. Yeah,
yeah,
Lamar.
Lamar's
Um,
got it.
we do. We do have a special episode coming up in 2 weeks, right? Three
Yeah, I'd
weeks.
say a little over 2 weeks. Might take like 2.5 weeks to drop. Yeah, I'll just have to check it out. We'll announce it like the week before, but
Yeah,
it'll be fun. Yeah, keep it
should
quiet.
we say? Should we say we're
I guess
doing?
we should say it. It'll be fun. We're going to the Senior Bowl,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do live video of it. And if y'all have been around since day one, you know that the week after the Senior Bowl is the week we started the podcast. So
Oh,
so
shoot!
it'll be like
Yeah,
a 1 year anniversary thing
dude, that
of
is crazy. I didn't
the
even think about
channel. So or the podcast, not even just the channel. How
that.
much it's
Yeah,
grown.
I mean that's exciting. I can't believe we've been doing this for a year.
Yeah, off well with the 2 month, 3 month
Yeah, I
break in
mean,
there.
have
But
we been consistent? But after we move in together, full
after you move
consistency.
in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, it's 11 days. No, 10 days now. Then we'll have the setup.
Dude, okay, I have a story before we go.
Oh
So
no.
I went to work and I was like, "Oh, Zane, I move in like 2 weeks." Zane said, "2 weeks, 3 days, 7 hours, and 14
I was like 14 days, 11 hours, and 27 minutes. And he goes, how do you? And I'm like, I don't know.
minutes." He's just so bored alone.
It's been boring.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
imagine.
But taking scouting classes for NFL, but otherwise it's been boring. Which our film reviews are going to get better. All right, I'll show him my stuff. We're going to get better at film review.
Yeah.
So
Um. Yeah.
yeah, kind of wraps up today's episode. So I just want to say thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. Be sure wherever you are listening to leave a like, follow, subscribe, or comment. We always appreciate it. If y'all disagree with any takes or anything, let us know down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all tune in the next one, and peace out.
Peace.